Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name's Alicia, and as you can tell, I do not have my brows done yet. In today's video, we are going to be testing out and doing a first impressions on this iMethod Beauty. This is the Perfect Eyebrows in Seconds kit. You guys have probably seen this. I know, like, on my Facebook when I'm scrolling through there, I get ads for this all the time. Basically, it's like a sponge applicator with a pomade, and you can do your brows really quickly. So this brand actually contacted me and was just asking if I wanted to try this out and maybe share my results. I had been interested in this and I had almost purchased this a few times actually, just because doing my brows is something that I don't really enjoy doing. I definitely think it makes a huge difference in your finished makeup look if you have done your brows versus if you haven't. But it's not one of those steps like my eyeshadow, like that I enjoy, if that makes sense. So that is why this product intrigued me. It comes in 10 different shades. I have mine in the shade 03, which I believe is dark brown. And this retails for $19.95 on Amazon. It also is Prime. So if you have a Prime account, which I know a lot of us do, you can get this in no time. All right, so inside you are getting a little bag here that kind of keeps all of your products together, which I appreciate. It is just a little cheap little bag, but it does keep up with all of the things that come in this kit, and let's go through those. So first off, you get this little package here. It's got the sponge applicator, and then it also has a spoolie. You are also getting several different stencils, so I will kind of hold those up, you know, to my actual eyebrows and see which one is the closest, and that's what I will go with. Oh, and more stencils, okay. All right, and then this is the pomade here. Now you can just purchase a refill of this pomade. Just the pomade itself was $14.95, and again, this whole kit is $19.95. So I feel like if you were going to replace this, you might as well just get the full kit. That way you can get like a new little sponge applicator. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what this color looks like. It looks a little light for me, honestly. I looked online and I wish I would have got shade 02, which was a little bit more of a deeper brown shade. But we will see how this one works out. Okay, so with these stencils, it is 5 different stencils and you're getting 2 of each. And I think for my brows, number 3 is the closest matching. So that is what I'm going to go with. The rest of these little stencils, I'm just going to stick in the back of this so that the one I use will be right in the front. All right, guys, so I have you pulled in a little bit closer, and I'm going to go in with this pomade. So first off, I'm just going to take the little sponge applicator, and I'm just going to get some product on the sponge. And then it says to use the top of the lid like a palette, just to kind of, you know, not have so much product on your sponge. You know what I mean? You want it fully saturated, but you don't want excess product. All right, so I am going to try to do this. I'm really nervous, honestly. Okay, here goes nothing. My brows are not even and just in general give me such a hard time. So if this works, that would be nice. All right. And you see what I mean? Like, I feel like my brows just are not kind of shaped like exactly like any of these. It did do a decent job though. I think maybe using this just for like the front part of my brow and then doing the tail part with just this little brush here, I think that might be the way to go for me. I'm going to go ahead and go back in. And again, I'm just going to use this lid and kind of tap off a little bit of that product. And I'm going to try to go in and clean up this front part of my brow here. Yeah, I think that's how I would use it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and try the other side really quickly. All right, so I feel like the first time you use anything like this, the first time is always going to be the hardest. So let's see, you know, now that we have kind of done one eye, if this makes it easier now. I think that performed pretty well. I'm gonna go back in and do this very front part of my brow. And again, this is the part that always gives me the hardest time just because I always have the most to fill in right here. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more of this pomade. All right, I will say that looks pretty freaking natural, and this is also supposed to be like waterproof. So, I actually am pretty happy with how that looks without even doing the tail end over here. So I just kind of brushed through there. I am going to go in with this little brush, and again, I'm going to kind of tap off into this lid. And I'm just going to clean up the very front part of this brow over here. Okay, so there we go. I actually think that the color looks really good. I like that there are 10 different shades as well. Now, as you can see, this wasn't, you know, extremely easy for me the first time I used it. I was kind of awkward. Then again, I am filming trying to do this, so that adds like another layer to it. But I do think overall this really worked well. Like I said, I have a lot to fill in on my brows. So I do think, you know, I need to play with this a few more times, but this was really quick. Now, I will say these could definitely get messy. You're going to want to clean this in between uses. So, I mean, there is that. But I think it looks very, very, very natural. And I want to see, there's nothing that is coming off on my finger. So that is nice as well. It's supposed to be very long wearing. I do think that it would be very long wearing. It has like set down and it doesn't feel crunchy or heavy or anything like that. It doesn't feel like I have anything on, honestly. And yeah, I think just playing with this a few more times, I could really, really get the hang of it. And like I said, I think for me, I would use this really just on this front kind of part of my brow, and then just use this little brush here with the tiniest bit of product, you know, that I had on the lid. Just using that little bit of product, you could kind of go in there and just brush a little bit of pigment. So that is, you know, what I would recommend. But yeah, I think this is fun. I definitely think that it could save a ton of time. It was pretty quick for me, struggling trying to film this and it being the first time that I used it. So anyway, I hope this was useful for you guys if you had been seeing those ads as well and were interested in trying out this product. I will have it linked down below in case you're interested. I hope that you will take the time to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.